The tools you're going to need for this install is an M2, an M2.5, and a 5.5, either driver or open end wrench to hold the nuts when you install it. We're going to get this body out of the way so you can have better access to the truss. And it seems like the easiest way to install this is to remove the axle from the car. So with the Element, you can just remove these shock and link mounts, and then you can remove the upper bolt that holds the two upper links on, which are going to be relocated onto the truss. Let's see if I got this to pop out. There we go. So with all that removed, you can take your axle, and then we can get to installing the truss. So to install the truss, how I like to do it, you're going to open your parts bag. In the parts bag, you're going to have a pair of button head screws, M2.5 heads, 6mm spacer, and an eye-lock nut. And the best way to install these, not on the center holes, on the more outer holes, you have a little bit more room to work with. So you drop in the bolts, flip it over, and then you slide on those aluminum spacers. And kind of keep the screws held with your fingers. And then you can easily set it up on the truss. Just align the holes and slide it in. So with the bolts inserted and the truss in place, the reason I leave these back tires on is now you can set the axle on end, and you have a little bit easier ability to get that nut into place and get that tightened up. So get your wrench on your button head screw, set your nut into place, and get the thread started. So we got one, and then hold your nylock into place and get it started. So don't cinch it down all the way yet, but you can get it kind of tight. That's why I like the open end wrench. With the truss installed, then we can add these longer M2.5 screws. One of the easy ways to distinguish the longer screw from the shorter screw, besides the length, is on ours, the head of the screw is smooth. The factory ones have a little bit of texture on them. So you can slide these into place, and then we'll get everything set back up in the car to install. With the truss in place and all the screws installed, now we can reattach our shock and link mounts. So remember, these are an M2 or a 2mm Allen. I like to get the ones for the truss installed first, not all the way, just get them up and snug. Left side and then the right side. And then we'll install the upper links. When you add the link installation hardware, this is what you're going to get. 2 additional M3 bolts and M3 nylocks. The way that our truss is designed is you won't have to make any adjustments to your links to install the riser. Sometimes with the risers, the link length will need to be corrected so it doesn't affect your pinion angle. With ours, the pinion angle will be unchanged, but the link will be rised. Now you can remove the rear wheels to access the screws and nuts for the link riser. Now with everything installed, you can reinstall your wheels. You can see that the link riser, with everything installed, you can get your body back on and ready for the trails. Thanks for watching.